Well, hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of Stories from the Sheepfield, except this time I have swapped the sheepfields of Sussex for the goldfields of the Congo. And here I am. This morning I woke up, I got out of bed. I know you won't believe it, but I dragged a comb across my head even. And I had a cup of tea. And I went downstairs and I drank the cup, and I was 2 hours late for being picked up, which seems to be fairly typical here. And we've made our way from Bunya, which is where I'm hoteling it, to Iga Barriere, and halfway between the two we stopped off at a checkpoint, which was an Ebola checkpoint, where basically you have to pile out the car, you have your temperature checked, and then you have to wash your hands in chlorine because they've got an Ebola problem in this part of the Congo, so that everybody's hyper aware of it. In fact, what we're doing is we're going around and we're greeting each other by touching elbows rather than shaking hands, which is quite cute. And eventually, that was the other interesting thing was, this is funny, there was a guy at the checkpoint while I was having my Ebola check who thought I was Donald Trump. So, which is, let's be honest, a little bit strange because A, I'm not orange, B, I don't live in a White House, and I'm actually here to serve the people rather than refer to their country as a shithole. So I did explain that to the person that mistook me for Donald Trump, and he did see the funny side of it. So anyway, here we are, and we're here to try to achieve something which is very difficult. And the difficulty is trying to get economic justice in gold for the communities in the Lopa area, the Lopa village and surrounding communities. And what we've done here over the last year and a half with Peace Direct is we've been working on empowering the community so that they're not dependent on external funding, which I appreciate is a slightly strange one, given that I am currently an external helping them to get off of externals, if that makes any sense. But the point here is, can we use gold as a means of generating a sustainable income and then capturing that value and turning that into social initiatives which are run for the community, by the community, with their priorities being identified by the community. And today we have been looking at, and I'll walk over here. Today I have been looking at, actually I'll tell you what, before I do that, that's where I am, an incredible volcanic landscape, isn't it amazing? And just behind me there is the covered area, which we got absolutely dumped on a bit earlier. That's the covered area where all the equipment is and where lunch is held. And they've just built this. And what we're doing here is we are installing mercury-free gold mining equipment. And this is my very good friend, Naima. Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. This is Naima. Naima cooked lunch. And she's also one of the community councillors. So she basically looks after all the people that are a bit traumatised from the war and their effects of the war here. This area, apart from being stunningly beautiful, full of amazing people, massively fertile and loaded with gold, it's also quite a war-torn part of the country, and there's been a lot of problems here. So what we've done, and you'll see behind me, is we've installed these pieces of equipment which essentially mean they can process gold faster, take the mercury that they would use normally out of the entire process. So it's a mercury-free ecological gold processing system. And the idea is that we can capture as much of the value for these communities as possible through the Peace Gold Initiative, which is very similar to the Fair Trade Gold Initiative, except the focus is not just on responsible mining, it's actually on building peace through economic, social and ecological transformation. What these people are achieving here is amazing. So Saturday we come back where we'll do our first wet run of the equipment. I will keep you up to speed with daily little video blogs on our progress. But what are we looking for here? What is the mission of new monasticism. Why do we do this? Why, as new monastic practitioners, do we do this? Because our mission of service is economic justice. Blessed are the poor, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Talk later.